Hello and welcome back. So far we've successfully created our basic plugin folder along with the plugin information. Now let's move on to the next step, including the software license. We've added the header requirements. Now you can create a separate license file and replace the placeholder in your plugin with the actual license details. This is the license for GPL version 2, stating that this plugin is compatible with that license. Now let's move on to activation deactivation hooks. What are these hooks? Hooks enable us to attach code that runs when the plugin is activated or deactivated. You can use these hooks to get started with your plugin, say for tasks like creating custom database tables or setting default options while creating plugins. This way users won't have to set up a plugin from scratch. You can define basic settings to help them get started quickly. For example, you can handle database creation and save default settings via an activation hook. Similarly, with a deactivation hook, you might want to clean up or reset options. For activation, WordPress provides the register activation hook function. Let's copy this function and add it to our file here. I'll change the prefix to avoid function conflicts. Let's use MLB for movie library. I'll change it to MLB activation for our activation function. Now I'll create the callback function MLB activation, where we can add our activation logic such as database creation or saving settings. For example, we can write add functionality to run on plugin activation. Next, let's set up the deactivation hook. I'll copy this below for efficiency and simply change the name to MLB deactivation. Now we have both activation and deactivation functions ready. Alright, we've added the hook. Now let's explore what exactly it does by looking into the definition of this plugin. I prefer examining WordPress functions directly in the core files rather than searching online. This way I can access information right at my fingertips. So let's go to the definition of the register activation hook. One of the great benefits of exploring WordPress code is that you can learn about the functions, their parameters, and how they interact with plugins. WordPress offers excellent inline documentation, so you can find detailed information about functions, hooks, and classes right within the core files. The activation hook takes two parameters, the file name of the plugin, including the path, and the callback function. This callback function is what gets called when the plugin is activated. WordPress uses the plugin underscore basename based on the file part we have provided and then add action. Then activate underscore and the file and then the callback function. So it will activate movie library. Whenever the movie library plugin is activated, this add action will be executed, and using this add action the callback will be registered to this activate underscore particular action. Don't worry if this sounds a bit complex right now. We'll dive deeper into actions, filters, and types of hooks in a separate video. For now, just know that when the plugin is activated, WordPress executes the activate plugin name action, and when this action is executed, it triggers our callback function. Whatever code we put in the MLB activation function will be executed at that time. This is how the activation hook operates behind the scenes. The same concept applies to the deactivation hook. The deactivate underscore also adds actions. Let's see exactly what it does. The underscore file underscore is a PHP constant is referred to our plugin. I'll add a simple die statement for now and drop a simple message that says plugin activated. And similarly for deactivation, I'll add a message saying plugin deactivated. While this isn't the best practice for production code, it's useful for our learning purposes. This way we can see how everything is functioning. Now, I'll go back to our site and refresh the page to apply the changes. When I click on activate, it shows an error plugin could not be activated because it triggered a fatal error. This is a great feature of WordPress. If there's a fatal error or an unexpected termination, WordPress will display an error message. In this case, the plugin didn't activate because WordPress prevented it due to the fatal error. If the plugin had activated successfully, we might have just seen a blank screen with that message. So I'll remove the die statement now. Let's go back and refresh the page again, then try activating the plugin once more. Now it shows plugin activated. When we deactivate the plugin, we'll see the message plugin deactivated. Let me remove the die statement from here and refresh the page. Our plugin is already deactivated and the message confirms that. After deactivation, this hook will execute it, allowing us to perform any necessary actions. So our callback functions are working perfectly for both the activation and deactivation hooks. Thanks for watching and see you in the next video.
Jai WordPress.